Good morning, friends. It is Monday, January 11th, I think. Yeah, that didn't do very well at all. I tried this new glycolic, exfoliate, and it just didn't do much of anything. I'll give it one more chance, but yeah, my skin is a bit more drier than it was when I went to bed. I had been using this one. I know you guys didn't come here for skincare, but this Pharmacy Glow, this is so good. I have a backup. I may just have to switch that and get rid of that because my skin is like sandpaper this morning. Anyway, I'm putting on skincare because I need to film today. Well, I try to put on skincare every day, but I'm putting it on specifically with you because I need to film today. So, the Browns won. Go Browns. So excited. Normally, I'm not huge on I enjoy sports, don't get me wrong. I'm basically forced to watch them if I want to spend time with my husband in front of the TV. I don't care about TV shows any longer. I used to, but I found myself getting number one, way too invested in fictional characters, and number two, those of you who are empaths, I don't know if it's just me, but I can't turn it off, and it doesn't, if it's fictional or nonfiction, like real life people or TV people, I still have a hard time distinguishing the emotions between those two, and I will get way too emotionally involved, and it's just, I just can't. I remember calling a boyfriend one time because I had an abnormal pap smear one time. And on Grey's Anatomy, one of the women had come in because she hadn't been feeling well and nobody would take her seriously, and she had I don't remember if it was cervical cancer or ovarian cancer, and she was dying. They didn't catch it in time, and I called my boyfriend and I was like, what if I have coochie cancer? And he was at a party and he's like, listen, you don't have coochie cancer. And I was like, but what if I do? He's like, well, then we'll take care of it. He's like, but you don't have coochie cancer. Tell me you don't have. It's like, I don't have coochie cancer. I was bawling and squalling on the phone. He probably thought I'd lost my brain. Actually, he didn't, because he knew me a lot and knew that I had a tendency to get a little emotional about things. So, woke up to a new low for this fast for the blood sugar. I think it was 257. Oh, I'll put it up. It is back up to 251, but that's not uncommon. I didn't let that serum dry enough because I'm too busy talking and not paying attention. That's pretty common. Like I've mentioned, when I get up, I get the body says, ooh, we need some energy, and it throws out some glucose. So it'll go back down. So I woke up with a sinus headache. And I know some of you are going to be concerned that it's dehydration or something. And that may be a tad bit it. But anytime the weather changes, since I've lived in Texas, I get sinuses and allergies really, really bad. And this happened the last time I had fast because we had 2 cold fronts come through. But it's right here. That's how I know it's a sinus headache, because it's just right here in my into my sinuses, into here. So it's basically a sinus infection, or not a sinus infection yet, but definitely a sinus headache. I'm gonna try something a little different with my hair today. Oy vey, my poor scalp, it's so dry. It needs some love. I need to, I got some grays going on in here. I got some grays. Anyway, what was I saying? Sinus headache. When the weather changes. It sucks, but it is what it is. I am what I am. I'm gonna have to make sure I use my exfoliating, my scalp scrub the next time I take a shower. Keep forgetting to put it in my in my craft room. So the goal for today, I weighed this morning. I'm not going to share with you guys what the weight is, but I weighed this morning. I wasn't going to, but I told Rob, I was like, I kind of want to know. And he's like, do I need to film it or take a picture? I was like, no. I said, because I want it to be just for me. Because I am exhausted. I set my alarm. So the Browns won. We were trying to stay up to listen to Baker talk because if you don't know, I'm an OU alumni. Baker's an OU alumni. And anyway, when it comes to sports, I don't have a specific team I follow. I just root for the underdog. Whoever is the underdog, I'm like, they're my team. But for the Browns, I've wanted the Browns since Baker. Yeah, since Baker. Well, I've always been irritated with the Browns because they fire their coach every single year. And I'm like, you're not giving, same way when the colleges do it. I'm like, you're not giving these men an opportunity to get to know you, get to know your coaching style, to say any, like there's no building rapport. There's nothing. That's why when people were bitching about the Cowboys and their new head coach, even though he was super successful with Green Bay, he's only been there a year. We all know how Jerry Jones is. It's like you have to, and then they were dealing with the virus on top of that. It's like you have to give them an opportunity to build rapport with their players. You have to give them an opportunity to build rapport with each other. So, and I know their new coach has only been there a year, but obviously they resonate with him and they, respect him. So, yeah, I don't know what to do about next weekend because I like Patrick Mahomes too, but I'll probably just, I made a prediction at the beginning of the season. I think it was back in July or August. I told Rob, I was like, the Browns are going to the Super Bowl. I said, I don't know if they're going to win the Super Bowl. I said, but the Browns are going to the Super Bowl. And maybe I'm right. We'll see. So anyway, that has nothing to do with my blood sugar. But like I said, my blood sugar is 257, went back up to 281. I weighed. What else is happening? We're on hour 56 or 57. It's 9:30. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep because at midnight. Okay, so we're trying to listen to Baker. Oh my God, I've been all over the place today. Mental clarity, I ain't got it yet. Okay, so let me finish the Brown story and then I'll tell you about what just happened when I got out of the shower. So we were trying to stay up to listen to Baker talk. And of course, ESPN was waiting till the very last moment. So finally at midnight, so Rob was like, let's just go to bed. Not 15 minutes later, I was in the bathroom sick to my stomach. And when I mean sick to my stomach, I mean poop, okay? Going forward, sick to my stomach is code word for the poops. You don't realize just how much you go to the bathroom. Like if no one's ever told you that, when you fast, you poop a lot. So, because one time, a lot of reasons why people get constipated is because they're not drinking enough water. So once you start drinking nothing but water, things move. They move. So I had some movement last night. King Julian says, I like to move it. So I was up for a while. I was like, I'm setting my alarm for 8. I want to get up, make sure I get my shower, get my day started early. And then I came back to bed and he's like, what's the matter? I was like, and I said, I'm not getting up at 8. So I ended up getting up at 9. So earlier we were in the bath. So people ask me all the time about mental clarity. And I mentioned in the first couple of fasts, I didn't have no damn mental clarity. I just didn't. And I still don't have it yet. So this morning I knew that I had some daytime sinus medicine. And I'm like, the word that popped in my brain was, because talking to Rob, I was like, I'm pretty sure I have some daytime sinus medicine in, and my brain says the cooler. And I'm like, well, that's not the right word. So I'm asking him about what, and he's like, I don't understand what you're talking about. I'm like, the place where you brush your teeth in front of the mirror. And he's like, the vanity. I'm like, yeah, but what are those? I'm like, drawers. It took me a good 5 minutes to get to the word drawers. So mental clarity, I don't know her yet. Give it a few more days and I will have it. So as per usual, I'm going to go edit today's vlog and then get my day going as far as filming. I will screenshot some numbers throughout the day. I will catch up with you guys before we go to bed. So yeah, so I'll see you in just 2.9 seconds on YouTube. Yeah, I see no mental clarity whatsoever. Hi friends, it is 4 o'clock. I'm checking in because I actually just woke up. I just woke up from a nap. I put some makeup on my face. This is the new Catrice True Skin Foundation. It's beautiful. I have it on without a primer. If you're a makeup person, got it at Ulta. This is shade 02 Neutral. So I was able to get a little bit of filming done, not a whole lot of filming done, because I think Roxy caught a cold when she was at the vet, and she has been very, 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 very clingy and needy today, which is fine. It just doesn't always allow. It doesn't always allow for me to get shit done. So I finished filming, went and sat on the couch with her to give her some I call it kitty loves. You guys are probably sick of me saying kitty loves. But I got an Amazon package I'm opening. So anyway, I took a nap, and the reason why I'm even filming this update is because my blood sugar jumped up 60 points after taking that medication today. I need to look to see if it, because I think I took that medication the first time, like the last time I fasted, and I don't remember having an insulin reaction to it, or such a reaction to it, I should say. So I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm gonna look into it and see what's going on. But yeah, my blood sugar went back over 300, and now it's coming back down, and I think that's why I had to take a nap. Because I'm having, I don't want to say hypoglycemic symptoms, because 300 is not hypo at all, but I've jumped down from 302 to 270 or something like that. So that's a little bit of a jump. So I don't know. It's like, god dang. One thing goes right and the next thing goes wrong. So yeah. So anyway, I'm drinking water. I'm still, well, okay, let me see. I've had this much of this half gallon, but this is the third time I've filled this up, and this is a 32-ounce tumbler, I think. Thank you, Keto Cricket, for your information. That makes sense. I mean, that also would make sense why, maybe that makes sense why I wasn't experiencing the hyperglycemic. Okay, so let me talk about this. When you look up symptoms of diabetes on Google or WebMD or Mayo Clinic or wherever we go, one of the symptoms is extreme thirst. So a lot of people find out they're diabetic when their blood sugars are elevated, hence hyperglycemia. And some people mock, oh, I'm so thirsty, I must be diabetic. When my symptoms, I drank a liter of water, like from start to finish without stopping. Like I literally drank a liter of water and was still thirsty. It was this extreme, immense thirst, which also caused me to have like hellacious leg cramps, which I couldn't find that as a symptom anywhere. But it makes sense, because when you're urinating, this is why people who are doing keto and people, talk about electrolytes so much, because when you are urinating that often, because you're drinking that often, you're flushing your body of those electrolytes. And it causes leg cramps. Like that's why people get leg cramps, because they don't have enough potassium. You know what I mean? So it makes sense that now that I've been keeping on top of electrolytes, even though I've had hyperglycemic, you know, even though my blood sugars have been really, really elevated, I haven't really experienced any hyperglycemic symptoms at all. So that, I guess that makes sense. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, since I've been keeping up on top of my my electrolyte, it makes sense that even though my blood sugars are in the 300s, it doesn't necessarily feel like they've been in the 300s. And it hasn't been that way the whole entire time. I mean, because let's take the water, for instance. If I was really experiencing hyperglycemic symptoms, I would be on my 4th half gallon of water today. It would be nothing but drinking, peeing, and that's just not happening, which is good. Thumbs up for that. Okay, so I'm trying not to make this one quite as long. Oh, if you want to know what's in my Amazon order, is more nail polish. I love this one. This is the Beatles. The first ones I bought were, it has these really tiny little bottles. This is actually what's on my nails today. But they sell these 6-packs that are basically the same size of like a little smaller than a regular size nail polish. And these are supposed to be sparkly. So yeah, so that's what came today. So I have a lot of editing to do. That was basically 2 hours of footage that I need to edit down into a couple of different videos. So I'm going to get on that. And then next time I check in with you guys will probably be bedtime. But yeah, loving my makeup today. The hair, not so much. It's just so flat. It's so thin. It's so thin. And then I took 2 different medications that say, oh, may cause hair loss. And I'm like, I'm going to be bald by the time I'm 50. Anyway, okay, Misty, shut up, bye. Friends, hello. It is almost 8:30. Excuse me. And we're gonna come. Every time I open my mouth to talk to you, I yawn. So, it's 8:30. I'm not going to bed just yet. I need to wash my face, and I thought I would go ahead and work on whitening my teeth. I'm not very good at staying consistent with it, but I'm like, I have 21 days where I'm only drinking clear liquids. This is the best time to white my teeth. So I just have trays from my dentist, who I haven't seen in over a year. They've been charging a COVID thing, and then on top of it, I'm like, I don't know that I want to go. Anyway, you guys aren't here for teeth whitening. So after my nap and I got a little bit of editing done, I need a new computer. I have to get a new computer this year. My Mac is 8 years old. It's slow as snot. It needs an update. I know they just came out with an update, but I'm gonna have to stop iMovie. I cannot handle it anymore. It's like Apple's not putting any effort into iMovie anymore because they want you to pay for Final Cut Pro, and iMovie is fucking awful. I hate it. So yeah. So anyway, so my blood sugar got down the lowest today at 217, which was about an hour ago. It's up to 228 right now. I'm guessing that's because I got up, went to the bathroom, got some water, came back in here, remembered that I needed the tripod and the toothbrush and toothpaste, so went back and came back. So it'll probably go back down. That's the lowest it's been this fast. So day 3 is in the books. This today went so much smoother than yesterday did. And I think a lot of it too was that I was out of my head. Not necessarily out of my head. I was very, very busy from the time I woke up until an hour ago. I was filming. I was doing a whole lot of other different things. So, yeah, that's just gonna have to be my goal going forward. So tomorrow's plan is much of the same. I have 2 videos that I have to film, one for Wednesday, and one for the 14th, which is Thursday? No, yeah, Thursday. So I have 2 videos that I have to get done tomorrow. And then I have a couple of videos that I want to do. They're not urgent. Those other 2 are urgent. So I need to get them filmed tomorrow, and hopefully they'll go pretty easily. One of them I've already made. Excuse me. I'm just remaking it. Other than that, things went fine. I didn't have any hunger today whatsoever. I didn't have any problems drinking my water today. Did I drink? I think I drank like 3/4 of a gallon, if not a whole gallon of water. I'm only trying to drink when I'm thirsty. I'm not trying to like get in excess water just because. I really am just trying to limit myself. But I did so much better today, and it was 100% me putting in too many of those keto chow drops. It's just, someone commented, thank you for telling me that it changes the viscosity of the water. I'm like, it does something to the water. I can't handle it. I don't mind the flavor. I know a lot of people complain about the flavor, but I grew up on well water. We lived in the country and we had well water. And that's why I always loved Dasani water when it very first came out, because it was made with minerals. I don't know what they do to it now. I don't drink it. That or Aquafina. And then like people never believed me when I said Aquafina is salty. Aquafina is salty. And then come to find out they were putting salt in the water. I was like, I'm a super taster. I can tell you what's in it and what's not. Okay. Okay. So yeah. So that's it. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to go and indulge in some self-care and read a book. And yeah, I can't believe we're on day 3. This is just, it feels weird. Tomorrow, Rob has the air conditioning people. We had to replace our air conditioning system in 2016. So they're coming tomorrow to service the heater to make sure the heat pump is still working. And then we're waiting on the spa guy. So I don't know if you guys have been with me. When did I buy that? Was it the beginning of 2017? Yes. So I started having the myasthenia symptoms in October of 2016. And not long after that, I was like, okay, I feel like I'm gonna have to get a hot tub. Like I need a hot tub to help with all these issues. So we ended up getting a hot tub. So last year, we got a jacuzzi. So last year when I was having surgery, we decided to go ahead and just drain it and turn it off. Well, we didn't know that that's not what you're supposed to do. So we had to replace the motor because it was leaking when he restarted it up this year. And so the guy came out and fixed it, and now it's still leaking. And this guy is like some Joe Bob's pool supply here in Mesquite. And Rob has been so frustrated with, because you can't call him, you can only text him. He gets back to you, he makes excuses, he hardly ever gets here. It's like, oh my gosh, can you just fix it? We're paying you, I'll pay you money, I promise, come fix it. So, and then we got a tankless water heater, and Rob said that there's a little water in the pan, but he thinks it might have been from the vent, because when he saw the water, it had been raining. So I don't know. He deals with that. I make the phone calls, used to make the phone calls, and he would come take care, and I would take care of it when I worked because I had more flexibility with my job. So I always dealt with the dishwasher repairman, and I'm like, okay, tell me what to say, tell me what we need, I'll try to take care of it. And then I did. So yeah. So all right, as you can tell, I'm getting the energy. This is day 3 energy. I'm still a little swollen, not nearly as bad as I have been. The tell for me, and you guys will eventually see the picture, is when I know that I'm not swollen, I can see the veins in my left foot. And like I said, I'll definitely take a picture and show a comparison so you guys can see just the difference between when I'm dealing with carb edema and when I'm not dealing with carb edema. So yeah. All right, guys, day 3 is in the books. Check mark. And I will see you guys tomorrow for day 4. Bye for now.